They'll try and start this drive in the air, and that is incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Flushed out right. And they force him to the sideline, corral him out of bounds here behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Left side and caught by Fleener. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. On 1st down, Breeze. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play clock winding down. Now Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. In motion left goes Cooks. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
one thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defense?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Anthony in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Paul has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 28 yards on that one. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here we go. Flex round.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete on the deep ball. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete. Flainer, right side. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now Grayson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to rifle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break. adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wear down the other defense. We'll see.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
On first down, Drake. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go!
It's a quarterback sneak. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And were you surprised a little bit? 2nd and 1, they went quarterback sneak. I know it worked, so it's not like I'm second-guessing it all, but I thought they might go with something else there.
No, I'm sitting here trying to think the last time I saw a 2nd-1 sneak. I can't remember any.
Yeah, it's a rare call because normally you're going to go ahead and use your back if you're going to run it or if you want to throw it, a little quick pop there. But in this case, just get in behind those big guys and pick up a first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now on first down, Drake again. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. On the stop, James Laurinaitis.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt with time running out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. And that will make this a 4-point game. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Hey, you waiting?
Back to throw. And the tight end has it. It's Fleener. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The slot man in motion right. to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.